Hey, Cole, let's get moving. What do you need?
Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. We have one of your laundry tags. Can you tell us who it might belong to?
Are you kidding? I got work to do, Mac. Here's the customer book. Knock yourself out.
Number was, J2620, Cole.
Who is Hangstrom?
Could be someone else from the factory. Does he have an address?
No. Dead end. Thank you for all your help, sir. Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for an Oscar Hangstrom.
Checking. No residential listing for anyone by that name, Detective. Sorry.
Thanks.
Hey, you got the book. What more do you want?
Century Unit 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
guy?
56 at this time.
Well, well. Why the cloak and dagger routine, Miss Akamoto?
Somebody turned the place over. Better watch your step.
You know what this is, Biggs?
Sure. The department gives you one of those when you retire.
Not sure this means much.
Looks like we have a match.
Interesting dame, this Sakamoto. What is it exactly?
Microfilm. A document shrunk to the size of your thumbnail.
Broad must have amazing eyesight. Do you think I could fit in there? I couldn't fit in there.
I'd like to think you would have had something more to say about getting shoved in a fridge, Herschel. One to the head, one to the heart. Point blank. Could be a class ring. Jeans Lindbergh. Very expensive watch. Favored by flyboys. I always wanted one as a kid.
That's funny. As a kid, all I wanted was some food on the table. Biggs, edge 525. I'll need a couple of black and whites at 133 North Vermont Avenue, Wilshire. We'll need an ambulance in the corner. And probably a team from technical services as well.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Detective Phelps, badge 1247, messages, please.
You need to call Ray Pinker urgently.
Can you put me through?
It's ringing now.
We're on our way in.
Nix that. I got a message from Lindbergh Field. An airplane tech there identified your part.
What is it?
He said it was a prop spinner from either a Corsair or a B-50.
A what?
Fits over the center of the propeller and protects the pitch gearing.
So it's a military part.
Could be, but get this. The Spruce Goose runs 8 Wasp R-4360s. I think you better get over there and check it out.
We're on it.
Officer needs help, 103 and B.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
Continue to respond, sir.
You like to leave your mark, don't you?
This is a military project, gentlemen. Can you state your business?
Detectives, Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. We're investigating the explosion. We have reason to believe there may be a link to Hughes' aircraft.
I'm sorry, I can't help you there, Detective. Without authorization from military HQ, you won't be allowed onto this facility.
What seems to be the problem, gentlemen? Hey, Biggs. You're not still with the LAPD.
Right so, mates. Can you help us out here?
Sure. What seems to be the problem?
We're working the big explosion at the electroplating plant. Found a part there that belongs to one of your planes.
I work head of security for Mr. Hughes now. I'll take full responsibility. I'm sure we can clear this up. Follow me. It's the big hangar. You can't miss it.
Who is Mapes? And what's his connection to Howard Hughes?
Vernon Mapes used to work Advice. Word is he runs fuck pads for Hughes' starlets.
A pimp. Earl and Mapes would seem.
Mapes was the role model for...
Follow me.
Good day, miss. Can that thing really fly?
Mr. Hughes believes so. Amazing, isn't she?
So, this is the spruce goose.
Jesus Christ, Biggs. You want to get me fired? Mr. Hughes hates that fucking name. It's the H-4 Hercules to you.
Do you mind answering a few questions, Mr. Mapes?
Call me Vernon, kid. Fire away.
Do you know anything about the explosion that happened at Nicholson Electroplating this morning?
No more than anyone else. Heard the boom while I was shaving. Almost shit my pants. Thought it was Pearl all over again.
But you had no personal contact with any of the employees. And you have no idea what caused the explosion.
I'm in security. I handle Mr. Hughes' personal interests, if you get my meaning. I'm not directly involved in manufacturing.
Do you know Tomoko Akamoto?
Never heard of the boy. Why?
You don't happen to wear an LAPD tie pin, do you, Mapes?
Sometimes. I have a couple of them from my days on the force.
Do you know the chief chemist at Nicholson Electroplating, a Harold McClellan?
I've heard of the guy. He was pitching some fancy process to the company.
Did Hughes have a contract with Nicholson?
Hey, kid, lose the tone. Hughes has contracts with every plating shop in L.A.
We'd like to discuss these contracts with Mr. Hughes.
This kid's a riot, Biggs. See Howard Hughes? Harry Truman has to make an appointment to see Howard Hughes.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Mapes. Do you mind if we have a look around while we're here?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
You want to take a look inside her? Can't hurt.
One nice thing about egotists, they don't talk about other people.
McClellan's process was going to replace all this.
Great.
latitude 24 degrees, 15 minutes north, longitude 76 degrees, 0 minutes west. .76 degrees west, 24 degrees, 15 minutes north. 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 .76 degrees west. Let's see where this is exactly. The Bahamas. Somebody's already got their maiden flight planned.
Looks like Mapes' office is in the far corner. Let's go see what he's hiding. one could have come off one of them.
Is that a Pratt & Whitney 4360?
Sure is. You know your motors.
Do you mind if I take a look at the prop spinner?
We're getting her ready for sea trials, so be quick about it.
What is the oily covering on the metal?
We coat the aluminum parts in linseed oil to preserve it from oxidization.
You think talking's cheap? Try hiring a lawyer.
This doesn't pertain to the case. Don't think this is any use to us.
That is Marie the Body McDonald.
Does Hughes have her on contract to RKO?
Yeah, I bet he does. Let's see what Pinker has for us. He's probably done tinkering with that camera by now.
Thanks for the tour, Mapes.
Always happy to help the department. Hey, don't I know your face from the papers? You're the cop that's stripping that German broad.
Nah, I think you got the wrong guy, Vernon.
I'm busy now. Can I ignore you some other time?
So McClellan was selling his new process to Hughes and cutting out Nicholson.
Looks that way. But this would never go all the way up to Hughes. He would have middlemen dealing with stuff like this.
Someone like Mapes?
The word middleman was invented for guys like Mapes. Must be a tough break being separated from your kids, Phelps.
They're fine. They've got their mother and they've got each other.
What about you?
What about me?
Would have. You got it.
A friend of mine is helping me through it.
Now that I got you, I may as well ask.
Ask me what?
That Black Dog, who was it that killed him?
No official charges have been pressed in the case.
I know that. I'm not looking for the official version.
I made a promise to the department.
These are the guys who sold you down the river. Go! What are you doing? They can make a claim to the department.
It's been a year. What's he waiting for?
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
You watched the Ham and Galahad fight. It's a mess that was. Anyway, that's the cup.
I'm just praying the prince comes.
Boys get any on the side.
Keep talking. Someday you'll say something.
So, you gonna see your married man again? I just wish you'd hurry up and propose already.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
What now?
Best check in at the front desk before we do anything else.
I got this gadget whiz.
What on earth is that man doing?
Any messages for me, Hopkins?
Not many you'd want to hear. Newspapers wanting interviews and rookies cussing you out, mostly.
Nothing else.
Pinker wants you in tech services. Maybe you'll be more popular downstairs.
He's the cop who arrested that movie producer. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail. They think they're untouchable.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one.
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded. What a skunk. Walking out on his wife like
Wake
that?
up, Cole.
I'm just praying the prints come through so I can nail this up.
Hey, Cole. You're not winning any popularity contests upstairs, you know.
What do you think?
Come on, Cole. Ray's a busy guy, and he's waiting on us with this report.
Where do you stand?
I think you're a good cop, but I try and stay out of politics.
Everybody tries to stay out of politics, Ray.
Well, don't quote me on it, but I'm hoping that Parker will get the job and clean this place up. I have your photographs. You can use the magnifier. There's quite a lot of detail.
Hey, you think those Vice boys get any on the side?
Very funny.
I think you're right, Ray. We have our man. You take a nice photo, Phelps.
Bringing the watch are a match for our John Doe. He's obviously the competitive bid. Can you get this over to Lockheed so we can get a name for this guy?
It's already on its way.
Howard Hughes, millionaire, industrialist, aviator, and playboy, and Vernon Mapes, ex-dirty cop and business fixer. I found a similar tie pin along with a dead guy in a fridge.
I'm just praying the prints come through so I can nail this son of a bitch.
Excellent photography, Tomoko. So Tomoko had the goods on McClellan. Too bad they blew the place to hell. Is this McClellan? Can anyone make out the street number behind him?
Are you kidding? With my eyesight?
Cole, can you help me with a little experiment? Use the eyedropper in front of you. One drop from each of the bottles on the desk. Place the drops in the Petri dish.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Bronco, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I gotta break.
It's okay, guys. Just a little experiment.
Can you guys knock it off? Everyone's still jumpy from that bang this morning.
Very funny, Ray. You just took a couple of years off my life expectancy.
Did the same trick to me about an hour ago.
So that was the stuff that caused the explosion?
I think so. Acetic anhydride is almost as explosive as nitro, and when mixed with perchloric acid, it's very unstable. It needs to be cooled constantly. We used linseed oil. You could add any organic compound to trigger an explosion.
3 little drops.
Yeah, and they were using a 100-gallon vat.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired my gun.
I got this gadget whiz putting recording devices into the place.
Can't spare any time. I've got to prepare an evidence brief.
Help me out.
I say we get over to the house and see what we can find. Then we see the DA for a warrant on Mapes.
I'm just praying.
What on earth is that?
You think the vice boys?
You watch the Hammond Galahad fight?
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit. Identify.